Hi guys, we're live and it's this time again. It's the Liver Awareness Show. I've got Nuri here with me. How are you doing?
All right, mate. You?
Yeah, not too bad.
First time I made it on the
Hopefully
Liver
get some.
Awareness one.
Yeah, man. Right. It's yeah. I'll just go quickly share this out while we're live. If everyone could share it out while we're live, definitely give it a go now. Right. There you go. Right. We've also got Talk Man You. Whoa. What's that in the background?
Oh, hold on, sorry, I'm miles away there. So,
I'll bring him back in a minute. Hi, Chris. How are you? Yeah. So this is basically I'll give some information about liver disease and stuff like that. Usually off the main charity that I'm doing this for, off their website, 'cause it explains it in clear English. And then we will sort of, if there's any questions, you ask away. If there's anything you want to raise up, any particular causes you want to raise up, right, feel free to. So we can debate about that as well. So yeah. So what I'll get into is I'll get into there. Do you have any questions straight off anyway?
No, all good.
All right, cool. So we'll go straight into it, and I think for this one we will share about. Oh, hang on. I'm supposed to put the link in the chat. There you go. Right, links in the chat if anyone wants to come on. I'm going to share the screen now. So yeah, so I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. Oh, hello. That ain't gonna work. So if you can't read it, I do apologize. But
I can read it.
This explains about
Just read it out. I'll just listen to you, mate.
yeah, this explains about plain and simple liver transplant. And basically the definition is liver transplant is an operation to remove a person's liver and replace it with or part or another person's liver of another person's liver. That is. So we'll go to when does a child or a young person need a liver transplant? So in this case, this is what they've put here. A child needs a liver transplant when their liver is damaged, isn't working properly, and is very unlikely to recover and isn't likely to recover. There are many different conditions which can lead to liver damage. A team of liver experts will decide when a child's condition means that they need a liver transplant before decided whether a child can be added to the transplant list. A transplant assessment must take place. Deciding that a child should be added to the transplant list is a difficult decision. Liver transplantation isn't a cure for liver disease, and it brings down a own set of medical problems. However, for many children with liver disease, a transplant can mean a living longer and a much better quality of life. So that's pretty much what you go through when they need to assess. This is sort of the process they go through in a transplant assessment. So is there any questions so far?
No, all good.
Plus, anyone that's tuning in as well. Sorry, just anyone that's tuning in as well. Hit that like button. Get this sharing while we're live. Hit that subscribe button. I want to see up to 20 likes in this video, and I will be checking you guys, right, as usual. Right, so you better be doing it. So, and then if you got any questions, you can join us and ask away, or you can ask in the comments. Either or. So yeah, Talkman, did you have a question?
Yeah, it's more about when I was talking to you last time and you mentioned something about how the liver repairs itself and grows. Tell me more about that, because I thought that was absolutely. It's like I couldn't get my head around that. I didn't know that. You see.
Well, yeah, we got Chris as well on. Obviously, with liver, they said like a liver transplant, you can replace part of it. So a liver transplant, because you can replace part of it, means that part of it's going to be grown. My second transplant was actually a third of my mum's liver. back in
Right.
the day, and this was back when we were doing about 7. We were the first. This is what they call a living-related transplant. Now, we were the first ones to have it after a normal brainstem transplant. So, I'm about the 12th to have it in the country. And this was back in the 90s, so this was going back a long way. And yeah, and you can break the liver once. You can split the liver once,
Yeah.
and it can regrow in. My mum's regrew in about 6 weeks. They took a whole left lobe, and it regrew in 6 weeks.
Wow. But it only does that once, though. But it'll only grow
And you
about
can only
once.
do it because the vessels inside can't grow.
Right.
So you can only cut it once. In terms of liver damage, say like I'm gonna pick these. Say for liver damage when you get cirrhosis. Now cirrhosis means liver damage. It doesn't mean to do with alcohol or anything. That's just general liver damage. So you can get up to about the 3rd stage of liver damage, where if you really looked after yourself, you could recover. That could end up repairing itself and recovering. And but if you get to the 4th stage, then you're screwed. So yeah, so it's amazing that because this liver is like the only organ in your body that can do it.
Yeah, it's amazing fact that you can actually do that, and it will, it will grow itself back. Can I just ask you, where are you at currently then with your treatment and stuff like that? What's
well, I've just been to the hospital today because I've had 6 now liver transplants.
Yeah.
I've had my spleen taken out. I've had part of my bowel taken out. I've had also one of my kidneys removed. That was by accident. And yeah, so but unfortunately what I've kept having is clots around the veins and the arteries, which cause all the problems.
Right, okay.
So these clots in these arteries and veins have caused additional problems. In the arteries, it will kill the liver stone dead because there's no oxygen supply getting to the liver.
Yeah.
So it's like when you just hold your breath and you end up dying. So in terms of my veins, which is what I've got in a minute, I've got a PVT, which is a portal vein thrombosis.
Right.
And what's that's caused is not so much what we tried to look up in last week's show, and it's caused some other symptoms, which is my albumin keeps falling, which is like the white, similar to like the white of an egg sort of stuff, or it's like you cook it in there. So yeah, I have to have that once a week at the hospital. Hopefully if they put a line in, I can have that at home, so that's every week. And yeah, on top of that it's just that keeps me alive at the minute, keeps me stable, because it keeps all the other levels up, because you absorb all your nutrients with the protein that you've got.
Yeah.
So yeah, and on top of that, in terms of the portal vein thrombosis, the longer it carries on like this, the less chance it's going to fix itself.
I have a question, Steven.
So yeah, go on.
How, like, if you're doing all of this, like, as a patient, like, does it hurt a lot?
Pardon?
Like, does it hurt a lot? Like, are you in pain?
From day to day?
Yeah.
From day to day, not really. I can get some back pain because my muscle tone in my stomach's not there. Because it's been cut so many times, it's really, really weak. So all the pressure is now on my back. So I can get back pain maybe once in a while. But yeah, usually it's not really, it doesn't really cause pain in those certain terms. But in terms of like, if you have any sort of like surgical procedure, then obviously it will cause, you will get some pretty bad pain. I mean, my last transplant, had 18 hours of surgery. I had my liver separated from the stomach, and then the stomach put 2 stitches in, and then they decided to then replace the liver, then take the spleen out at the same time. This was all done in one operation, and by the time we got to the end, and I woke up the next day, I saw the pain specialist. Now the pain specialist usually takes stuff away. She looked at my records and just went, "Give him what he wants. He is screwed."
Not what you want to hear.
And I was already on high dose, like painkillers already, mate.
Morphine. Which on morphine then?
I was on like the strongest. It's called oxycodone, and it's like the strongest opiate you could possibly have.
Whoa.
I was on that plus ketamine.
Ooh.
Just
So was you away with the fairies then?
partly, I was there, but not that. Like, yeah, it was a bit like. It was only 1 milligram of ketamine, so it weren't like it was like I was off completely.
Are you also taking blood thinners? And if you are, which type are you taking?
Yeah, I'm taking heparin injections.
Heparin. Okay.
What do blood thinners do?
They basically what they do is basically thinning the blood. What it says on the tin, it thinnens the blood so that way you don't clot. Because otherwise, what happens in my blood, it will clot and it will cause these thrombosis, which is clotting. So, yeah.
So I have a question. I mean, as far as you're receiving these treatments and stuff, is there like end in sight, or is it just continual treatment until, obviously, God forbid, but death?
It's just at the minute they can't surgically. The good fix is surgically. If I had access, they haven't got any main vein access to keep you up, which you need to stay alive for a transplant or some major procedure. So they can't fix it via surgery. So the only way you can do it is by fixing it itself, which is what a vein does when it clots. Is grow little veins called collaterals around the problem. Unfortunately, whereas before I used to grow them like no tomorrow, now I've got no spleen, it won't do it at all.
Right.
Do you know, Stephen, I just want to say, what would be an interesting question from me would be, how, considering everything that you've been through and everything in the day-to-day problems and things that you have to do, etc., how do you keep a positive mental attitude, and how do you keep yourself smiling? Because there's a lot of people out there who don't have to do what you go through, but they're struggling.
It ain't easy. I'll tell you that.
He talks to me and he gets happy.
He talks to you, yeah. But
I just watch Spurs, you know.
Yeah. Oh, that's a thought.
Beautiful in itself.
This playing tonight, aren't they? I bet you're not looking forward to that, are you, Nori?
Mate, I'm not saying I haven't said anything all day, and I'm not going to either. But I'll tell you for why.
Arsenal Alex in the building. How are you? By the way, guys, everyone go check his channel out. I went on his channel the other night. He's a good guy. By Arteta out as well, actually. So, but he's a good guy. And go check him out. Give him a follow. Give him a subscribe.
I'll check him out. What was you saying? What was you saying, Nora, about the game?
Yeah, no, I was saying that I got a bit cocky when we were going to play Fulham. I was in a Discord server going, the mighty Fulham are coming for us. But they're going to absolutely smash us. And then they fucking drew us in it. So. I mean, as far as big games go, I didn't say much, because actually someone tagged me in Discord going, I wish Nuri was here just to have a bit of banter. And I was just like, I am staying stump, mate. I'm not saying fuck.
Oh, you want to see me this morning? You want to see me this morning? By the way, Alex, it was more than a pleasure to come on. Like, we all start from somewhere. So, yeah.
Hello, Alex. I'll come and visit your channel, mate.
Yeah.
Same. I'll do that as well.
Come on, Chelsea.
Fine.
Yeah. So
coming now.
You should have waited there, Alex. You should have said that at the end.
Yeah.
What time does the game
It's
start?
all right, mate. It's all right, mate. I'll just roast him on Instagram later.
Yeah.
No worries, Alex. Cheers, guys. No worries.
Bit shiny. What?
Yeah, but like it's like I said, I was on. He was on Insta this morning checking I was in hospital. Like more like he was just trying to wind me the hell up in the middle of the room. Right? And it just weren't working.
So what when you went today to the hospital, what did you have to actually do? Then what was the procedure?
They bent him over and they put something up his ass.
I was going to say something like that.
He said to me, he goes, I can feel the last 3 inches going in right now.
Oi, when it comes to arseholes, knowing you in Lasagna Gate, I wouldn't go there.
Oh yeah.
Named after an arsehole.
Arson. No, go on. Yeah, honestly, on a serious note, what?
He says that, but he's got a support in a club with a cock on the ball.
Oh yeah, cock on one ball. We used to say that about Scotland.
At least we've got some balls.
But yeah,
yeah. So I mean, obviously, yeah. As far as like the treatment sort of like season, or is it just gonna be sort of like as you get older, like there's gonna be less sort of treatment?
it's more just keep it as we go now. So it's once a week infusions at the hospital because that seems to keep everything stable. It's kept it for pretty much over a year now, stable as it is. So we just do these infusions every week and we take it from there.
Will you be coming on for Arsenal anytime soon or not yet?
What?
Will you be playing for Arsenal anytime soon or not yet?
Yeah.
I'll play better than bloody Willian, I know I will.
He showed me the contract that he had to turn down.
Are you sure about that, Alex? Knowing Jose Mourinho, right, and his filthy struck button, I wouldn't be so sure. Right,
Mate,
he's already about to press the button for the atomic bomb.
Mate, he'll if he has to, he'll fucking pay the referees. Do you know what I mean?
I'm telling you, if Jose Mourinho after this season finishes below us, right, that is it. It's goodbye. I'm missing you already.
Well, I mean, obviously, as far as I know, it's not the thing, like the show for it, but there is actually a lot of positive coming out from Spurs at the moment. Apparently, we're getting Diego Costa.
Really? I think that'd be. Do you know what? He's laughing, Stephen. There. I don't know if he's laughing because he thinks that wouldn't be a good fit, or whether it's not going to happen. But I think that would be a good fit.
He's laughing because Arsenal can only get someone like Ben Davies from Preston.
You're getting Diego Costa. You're getting Diego Costa.
Costa's going to be the new Willian.
No, he's not.
Willian. No, look, I still think Costa's got a.
Yeah.
He's a strange character, isn't he? But he's.
Yeah, but hang on. Why would you play Diego Costa when you play counter-attacking football? You couldn't run for a bus.
Well, yeah.
He's a poacher. That's what he is. That's what you need.
Yeah, he ain't gonna poach you on the halfway line, mate.
No, what I would ask is how, because are Chelsea going to be playing? What are they playing at the moment? Are they playing 5 at the back or 4?
No, they're playing 10.
I think it was it 4? I think it was 4 at the back. I think.
Because I know that, but I was listening to Talk Sport today.
Hang on, has this come to a football debate?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah, forget the football for a minute.
We'll
come back.
That. So it's James, Alonso, Aspilicueta, Silva, Rudiger, Jorginho. I think it's like 3 in like wing backs.
Yeah, so it's going to revert to a 5 in defence.
Yeah.
And go 3 on attacking. Okay.
Anyway,
cool.
back to the real reason. Back to the real reason, right? A transplant assessment is a process which involves another medical test and meetings with professionals who work on your liver team. Or for me, just meet my surgeon every time. So that's what I do every 3 months.
Is he all right? Or a bit wanker?
What?
Is he all right? Or a bit wanker?
Well, he doesn't support Spurs, if that's what you mean.
So he's not smart then. Don't know how he became a doctor.
Wait, that guy knows me inside out, right?
Literally.
It's also an opportunity for families to meet with the team, get more information about the transplant process. This team you will meet includes a number of different healthcare professionals, psychologists. You see, by the sixth transplant, I didn't go through this because I already knew it.
See, this is what I was asking you before, Steve.
They just shut the book at me, said, "There you go, right, go read it."
the big question is I mean, you know, the medical side of it, but it's also I find really intriguing is how you, because you're such a chirpy, charming, smiley young man.
I missed that question. I will answer it now.
Come on, let's have it right. I've never seen him like not happy. And
You obviously
you
didn't
know,
watch the Arsenal Man United stream, did you?
no, I watched the Arsenal and one where what's his name got sent off, David Luiz, which we all thought was an absolute
Yeah.
unbelievable thing.
Yeah,
but-
well, let's be fair. To be fair, I do. You can ask my mum and sister. I have my days, trust me. And with my ankylopathy, it can be like that. But having my mum like that, who's been like a doctor since day one, plus my sister, who winds me up like hell. But then again, like if I end up ill, she'll be the first one there next to my bedside. So, yeah, the pair of them, plus the fact it's just how we've grown up. It's just this is normal for me, you know. I will
Yeah.
be yeah. I mean, I will be always like knowing that I've got to deal with these issues, and it's never really changed. And that's when I've been out of hospital for so long. I'm like, hang on, this ain't normal, right? I'm well. Hello. So, yeah, and it's in the end, you can moan and groan about it, but in the end, there's nothing you can do. You just got to get on with it.
And I think you're that sort of type of guy that you try more see the positives to things rather than the negatives.
Yeah, that's what I pick up.
So
Nora.
it's just like, you know, it's just such a. I mean, I'm not saying that. I mean, obviously, everyone handles illnesses differently. You know, I mean, I
don't know if I'll be around about that time, mate. Depends if I'm still awake or not. But I will definitely try.
I'll try around that time. Yeah. So I mean, it's I said it affects people differently, but I think people can sort of take sort of a leaf out of your book. You know, like because I know a lot of people who they are not well, but they act on it. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like that sort of like, you know, you feel sorry for them, but you don't want to sort of say you're acting up. Do you know what I mean? So
milking it.
It's just nice to see that, you know, people that obviously it's not nice being unwell, but they sort of like think of it as a positive. Like they try and think of stuff as positive rather than negatives. You know, I mean, you probably go to the hospital and say there's probably a fit nurse there today, so you might that's your positive. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, like I just answered this question. It's like I just answered this question as well. Is that I've dealt with these since I was 6 weeks old, so it's never really like been any different.
Constant. It's been a constant,
yeah, constant. So yeah, it's in the end
Shout out
that's
everyone
what we
inside.
do. Pardon?
Yeah. Shout out to everyone inside. I said shout out to everyone inside the stream.
Yeah, shout out to everyone inside. Get the please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Get everyone check. They're sharing it while we're live as well. Right, Marble Halls is also with us. How are you? Yeah, I don't know if you've gone very quiet, mate.
Hang on. Is that better?
Yeah, it's a bit better. That's a bit better. Yeah, that's better. Hey, do you know what? When everyone says that's inspirational, right? It's like I said, because it's been so normal, you don't really see it like that. If you know what I mean? Because for me, it's like, well, I've always asked them when they've asked it, well, what would you do? And they go, well, I'd have a transplant. Well, that's no different, is it?
But I think also, Steve, I think it's also a testament to your character, really.
Yeah.
You know, because not everybody can, you know, for that prolonged amount of time, you know, remain as positive. And like you say, you're gonna have good days, you have bad days, and we all have good days and bad days, depending on what it is we're doing with our lives. But I mean, having that on top of it as well, you know, I think it's. I don't know. I just have to set me out off to you, mate, and you know.
Yeah, we got ads in the building as well. How are you?
Yo, ads.
I'm good, you man. I'm good. Yeah, I'm actually good at the moment, man. I'll be real with you now because everyone was just reacting to my tweet asking if I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm actually in a good mood at the moment. Like I'm actually, you know, speaking more with my family and you know, doing more things with them during lockdown. You know, it's good stuff. But yeah, no, other than that, I'm all right.
It's good. Good to hear. Good to hear. But like I say, I'll just go through a bit more of this. So like I said, it's to meet a chance with a psychologist and social worker. Normally, The transplant session will take over a number of assessment will take over a number of days. It is most likely done as an inpatient stay, where your child may need to stay in hospital overnight because obviously there's a number of tests they've got to go for, like CT scans,
Guys,
ultrasounds.
I've got to pop off, but I'll chat to you guys in a bit. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Okay, no,
you gotta go. You gotta go off and watch more
Watch out,
depressing
guys.
football.
Cheers, mate.
Yo,
See you later,
yo.
I'll be on his ass later.
Especially if they get beat.
Actually, there's a question for you, Ad. How's the arthritis?
It's actually okay at the moment, man. I'm getting into a bit because obviously before, what happened is before I went to hospital, I was getting into martial arts a little bit, so taekwondo and stuff like that. And obviously, I know how to do a little bit of it. And obviously, it was a bit deep. I didn't get graded, but no, my arthritis is doing good. I'm just getting back to that a little bit, man. Just low kicks, gut kicks, high kicks, and just punching and stuff like that. Just to get back in shape as well, man. I'm doing push-ups and just trying to get rid of it, because if you do more, then you get rid of it.
Have you tried the what is it? The turmeric stuff ads for the arthritis?
Apparently,
my
not allowed.
mum suggested that for I think my fiance, my mum's fiance.
Apparently, I'm not allowed to take any digestible things to help get rid of it. I have to just get rid of it by myself. But yeah, Steve, I can't stay. For long anyway, mate. So I'll thanks. I obviously just wanted to come and support you, mate. So I'll talk to you later. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for coming on anyway.
Take care, boys.
Right,
Take
if
care.
Charlotte's still tell her if you go on the Charlotte's channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you tell her she's still available, I'll only be about an hour. If she's still around at that time, I'll pop on and give some support.
Yeah.
All right,
Take
cool.
care, boys.
Take care.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah, boys.
Yeah, so there's any more questions you want to ask before we carry on? That's it. Hit that smash that like button.
Yeah, that's it.
So yeah.
That's it. Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. So apart from the blood thinners, what other kind of other medication do you have to take?
There's immune suppression drugs. There's low dose steroids, well, high dose steroids actually, because that's part of my immune suppression actually, and stuff to help us sleep because the amount of opiates and stuff I've had it, and
Stimulates them.
because plus I do suffer from depression as well. Can suffer it quite badly, so I have that as well. And then just other stuff to help just sort of manage other symptoms. But the main ones are like immune suppression drugs and the steroids and that. So
if you weren't taking the immune suppression, what would happen?
I knew. I'll give you an example actually. When I was growing up, my mum knew another mum, and her child had 2 liver transplants. And when she got to university, and then she got mixing in with the wrong crowd, and then stopped taking her meds, start doing the wrong things. Within 2 weeks, she was dead. The liver was failing.
Holy moly!
Because the liver will just reject itself.
Right.
Because your immunity recognizes it as a foreign body, so it will try and kill it.
Yeah.
Because you'll think it's an infection.
It's crazy, isn't it? I mean, our bodies are amazing things. I think we had this conversation the other night. We were saying how amazing the body can be, but then again, how self-destructive and how it can trick itself. It's a very interesting.
Please, Daniel, beat him.
Yeah, shout out to Daniel. It's a very, very interesting subject. There's no doubt about that. And obviously, there's a lot that meant for me personally that I don't understand about it, and I'm glad I'm here to learn about it. And I should just imagine the same applies to maybe everybody else that's watching as well.
Yeah, that's the whole point, and it's why I really wanted to start the channel as well. Is just as much as like I keep emailing, say like the news articles about, say like what I'm doing here, for example. I've emailed them last 2 weeks about what I'm doing on his channel, and unless it's like that's got like a bottle of Bex in it, I
Yeah,
don't really care,
yeah,
to be honest. Like if it was that, and then or like what it actually would, what that glass is meant to be for, they'd jump on me like a gun.
yeah.
Right, but it's not because it's not controversial. You won't get so many clicks and stuff like that. So it's only gone as far as like the local news, and then that's about it. And that's when I originally came out with the fact that I've had 6 transplants. So,
Are you allowed to take any alcohol whatsoever, or does it
I'm
totally
allowed.
not?
I'm allowed up to a pint on a rare occasion. So, say if
Right,
it's a
and
birthday or New Year's Eve or something like that, then I can have a
but
pint. But I don't.
no, I don't.
I don't need to. I'd rather have a drink. I'd rather drink that.
What is that you're drinking right now? Is it Pepsi?
Just yeah, it's just Coke.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
unfortunately, every time I pour in a glass, it goes flat.
What about dietary? What about dietary requirements? Mine does that. It's a bad thing. That.
That's the thing. We've looked at the dietitian because of the problem I've got. Another problem is ammonia. Now that causes encephalopathy. Now with what's happened with the social media thing right recently,
Yeah,
this is why I was worried as a host. Is that like I may not pick things up or something when I'm running the show or something.
right.
So because of my encephalopathy, and people don't understand encephalopathy until you got it, and it makes you more confused. You don't like. I mean, less aware of what's going on around you. Right, so it can be harder to pick things up. So and plus with my ESD as well, I could take the first point, miss the second point, but take the third point.
Yeah. So you missed a bit in the middle.
Yeah. So
Well, I think everybody else will always be looking out for anything like that whilst you're streaming. Because I know I will be. I've got eyes like an hawk. So if I see anything, it'd be like whoosh, straight on it. But
yeah. Well done to you, Daniel.
So is there any kind of food that you can't eat?
Oh, Chris. Oh, sorry. Hang on. Chris. Chris. What's happened, mate?
Who does he support? Who does he support, Chris? Liverpool.
Liverpool fan. I love to, look. This is an awareness show, and if you need to raise awareness that like you're suffering from depression from it all, then you can come on and express your feelings, mate.
I'm actually depressed.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't keep a straight face.
Whilst we're talking about that, whilst we are talking about it, I'll just ask the question then. What's your opinion? I can't believe people are actually talking that the word "clop out" is actually being mentioned. What's all that about?
Well, yeah, well,
I think it's just attention seekers, isn't it? Because
I mean,
the thing is, he did mess it up yesterday because Liverpool just trying to pass
I'll just
through.
quickly answer. Yeah. I'll just quickly answer this question. Do you have any anxiety because I have to take? Because I have to take. Well, if you're new around here, please subscribe and leave a like on the video. I can suffer anxiety because the amount of times I've got better and then it all fall apart. So I'll be in control of the situation where I'm healthy, I'm well, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and then within a snapshot it just goes bang. And yeah, and I take some
good question.
Tablets. Yeah, it's a good question, and like if you feel like you want to express like anything you want to raise, like do come on and don't mind. I'll put the link in the chat again. But yeah, Marbles, you were going to say, go on.
No, it's just I can get why. Well, Klopp I think messed up yesterday because the tactics were shocking really. But after all he's done, just after a couple bad defeats, to say he should get the sack or that makes no sense to me.
He needs that squad needs re-energizing.
Yeah, it does.
Like,
it needs some players.
The attack's stale.
We need more attackers, like young attackers.
I think your attackers have got. I think the relationship's stale.
Yeah, and
we need more creative midfielders.
That's a good shout.
To be honest, like I mean, I was on the terrace. I went on the terrace last night, right, and Zane was trying to give it the fact that you can't bread these like defenders in either way. And I said, look, it's not just your defense; it's your attack. your attack doesn't work, and it's not because of the midfield. Your attack does not work, and the reason you're playing the same system, right, instead of a different system every time. Why are you playing the same system when you're crossing balls in against Brighton when 3 of their defenders are 6 foot tall?
Mm.
It doesn't make sense. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
we don't seem to have a plan B. We just
that's the
stick to
thing. This
one.
is what I get upset with Arteta about. When Plan A goes out the window, what's Plan B for Arsenal?
Yeah, well, see, the thing with Klopp is so focused on attacking football and getting the job done, and playing. I always say he plays the numbers games, which is if we create 5 chances, he knows he's going to score 3, right? And then the opposition are going to create 5; they'll only score maybe 1, maximum 2. So he knows he's always going to outscore the opponent. So when it's now all been scuppered with his
That's
defensive issues
Jota's been
and
a
everything
huge
else. Who, Jota?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I forgot all about Jota.
Yeah, because he's something different. But anyway, we'll be definitely talking about that on another stream. Actually, I think that's probably next week's Hot of the Press show. To be honest, right? If the transplant is urgent, the assessment will take place as quickly as possible. Following the assessment, there are a number of possible outcomes. Your child will be placed on the transplant list. Your child can't go on the transplant list, but can in the future. It is not suitable for your child to go on the transplant list at all. So we move on. What happens if my child is listed for a transplant? Usually, children will wait at home until a suitable liver is available. Sometimes, if your child is very unwell, he/she may need to wait in hospital until a liver is available. Your child must be ready to go straight to hospital at any point, day or night. This includes having someone on hand to look after you, uh, your other children, or to ensure someone can care for your pets or whatever. Basically, make arrangements. Helping you to prepare is all part of the transplant process, as your healthcare team will support you in to make all of the necessary arrangements. How it's decided to get who will get each liver. Many people believe that the waiting list is like a ladder that's a child's name is added to the bottom rung and then moves up the ladder when the person at the top of the list receives a transplant. This ain't the case. When a donor liver becomes available, the surgical medical teams decide who should receive the liver. They do this in a set of guidelines which includes the children's blood group, the size of the liver, and how urgently the child needs the liver at that point. They are at 3 paediatric centres in the UK. You've got the Birmingham's Women's and Children's Hospital, Leeds General Infirmary, or the hospital I've been to, which is, I don't know if you're still seeing this actually. Oh, actually, no. And we've got Bargav. How are you?
I'm doing well. How you guys doing?
Yeah, not bad. But yeah, I'm just going to show you, highlight this one here. This is the hospital I go to, King's College Hospital in London. So, right, the survival. The good news is the survival rates are very high and is constantly improving. 90% of children who have had a liver transplant survive for at least 5 years. 75% who have a transplant survive 50 to 20 years with good quality of life. Back in the day, it used to be 70% to just survive 5 years or just survive transplantation.
Bloody hell! Do you know what? I have no idea until I come on here now and listen on what you've been saying and everything else. I had no idea, you know, how bad it could be, you know, and
What about the life expectancy? Is it reduced a lot?
No, the idea is you have a transplant and you just keep going, right? Obviously, when you get older, the chances of a transplant become less, I'd say, because if you're, say, 50 odd, for example, and you've got someone on the list, and someone the next person on the list is just as eligible and is 20 odd, they're more likely to give it to the 20-year-old because they haven't had a life, if you know what I mean. And that's for me, that's perfectly fine. I could accept that. Right? No, I'm not allowed to drink alcohol. That's a stupid question. Right? To be honest, I'm not allowed to drink alcohol. Right? It's got, and this is children's liver disease. Right? So none of this has got anything to do with alcohol. Right? So if you want to know about alcoholic liver diseases, go check the adult sides websites. Because there are a number of different complications which can occur with the risk of transplantation. There is small risk of new liver not working properly, blockage in one of the new blood vessels, rejection of the new liver, infections, problems with the bile ducts, biliary problems. That's what I was born with in the first place, which is called biliotresia, where the bile ducts was damaged or not properly formed. And the risk of a hole in the small intestine. Wow, I actually didn't know that. Bowel perforation. Jesus. They never told me that bit.
Yeah, you don't want none of that, do you?
Oh, yeah, shit. It's where you start reading this. Hang on, they didn't tell me that bit. Hang on. Shit. I missed that bit. Oh, well. We're still here. Just. There are other complications that can arise which are less common. These will be discussed with you prior to transplantation. Patients are closely monitored at all times after transplant, so that any other complications can be dealt with as early as possible. The most likely chance you're not going to get any complications, but there have been cases. So, these are the different types of this. You can have a split liver. So this is the most common source of livers for children. The liver from a donor who has died can be divided into two parts so that two patients can benefit from one donor's liver. So say, for example, as a grown adult, you died of a car accident or something. Your liver, it could be donated. If it's going to go to someone who's a kid, it could be split into two and given to two kids.
That's great. That's amazing, isn't it?
This is why when people mention about the Man U striker we come to know about liver, I'm not going to mention his name, right? It really upsets me that he had two, and that could have been four kids that could have been taken. That's my whole point to it. It's just the liver can be split into two lobes, with the right lobe given to an adult or an older child, the left lobe going to a younger child. The cut surfaces are sealed, and the new piece of liver grows within the patient because the liver can also if your liver's too big. I mean, my liver for my third one was a 15-year-old, and I was 11. Right. And within about 2-3 months, it had resized to my size.
It's amazing, that, isn't it? I find it's just so amazing that it can reject it. It'll reject the body. The body. It can trick the body into rejecting it, but then also it can then resize itself to fit in. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. I mean, do you know when you was talking earlier on about the brain? What you said something about a brainstem. What was that about? I don't know. I wanted to ask you, but you was in flow talk.
Brainstem is basically like when you say a patient passes away, if they're still on the machine.
Yeah,
and they're passing away. You can use that machine to keep the blood pumping through the body, and keep the brain sort of functioning. So say your brain, technically you're brain dead, right? You're dead, right?
Yeah.
But the machine is keeping you alive. So in that case, the liver can survive so many hours. It can survive about 12 to 14 hours, something like that. Whereas if you have a heart stop donor, for example, a heart stop donor is where your heart stops, so the blood supply stops. So in that case, you would have the time it takes to have the liver, to get it to transplant the liver before it dies, is halved. So you have
Right.
to act you have to act even quicker on a heart stop donor.
Crikey.
So
But I mean, it's
yeah.
amazing that they could actually do any of those things, really, isn't it? To be fair.
So yeah, so in many situations, it's possible for somebody's child to give him or a part of their liver. This is called a living donor transplantations or living related. So this is what mum did for me. The donor has to be carefully assessed to see if it's suitable, and not everyone. I don't know who's that in the background. Who's that in the background?
Not.
Anyway, and not everyone who would like to donate part of their liver is able to. If you like any information about this, speak to the medical team. By other types, smaller numbers, so a whole liver, cut down or graft. There's auxiliary transplantations. So there's, and like I said, this is all on their website, right? I've even put like I could put the link in the chat, and I'll also put it in the private chat as well. So you can look this stuff up. This is, and it's all in English as well. It's not Latin Wikipedia rubbish. It's clear, factual English, so you clearly understand what it's about. At the end of the operation, your child will be taken to an intensive care unit, whatever they want to bloody call it. So the surgical team will give you feedback about the transplantation procedure and any other updates regarding your child's condition. The new liver will be carefully monitored by scans and blood tests. Your child will return to ward to continue his and her recovery and rehabilitation when they are well enough. So the nurse specialist team will work with you to learn how to take care of your child at home with the support of your child's GP. This includes telling you about the medication. When your child leaves the hospital, they will follow up with regular outpatient appointments and regular blood tests. And I've never usually stayed out of a hospital that had an outpatient appointment for about usually I've had an outpatient appointment within 6 months. Every time they said, "Oh, we'll see you in 6 months," I just laugh because it ain't gonna happen.
So takes longer then.
No, it's, for some kids they can have an outpatient appointment once a year. But for some who have more problems, like myself, it can be only every 3-4 months, just to keep a closer eye on it. So, unfortunately, whilst the liver transplant is an option to treat liver disease, it's not a cure. It can offer a real improvement of quality of life for many years, but it's a serious procedure which comes with its own issues. Children require medication for the rest of their life and will be monitored. However, many adults who were transplanted as children who are now healthy and living full active lives, such as myself, just not as healthy. So there we are. That's pretty much transplantation in its form. So is there any questions? Hello?
I just are you able like to drive, or are you like legally allowed to drive?
I was. My current problem means I've got ammonia going through my system, which causes my encephalopathy. And because I've got encephalopathy, because you're less confused and less aware of what's going on around you, means you brake later.
Okay.
And stuff. So you're more susceptible to accidents and not reacting. So, yeah, if it weren't for that, I would be able to drive. But it's only because of this specific issue which they can't fix. But beforehand, I was happily driving. So usually, liver transplant itself wouldn't cause like you not to drive.
Yeah, sorry, I missed that. I was just getting a drink and some biscuits.
Yeah, we're just asking about whether we could drive or not.
Yeah.
So just saying that, like, I can drive, but unfortunately, because of my particular issue I've got right now, because of my encephalopathy, I can't drive. because I'm on a certain drug that is used to treat ankylopathy.
Okay.
If I can get off that through diet or something like that, then I could. But it's doing that, and it's a bit of an arse. It's a bit hard to do at the minute.
Mm.
But hopefully, you never know, might fix itself.
Well, you never know. The human body's a strange. Was it you I was having the conversation with the other day about teeth? When I said about that we have the two sets of teeth. You get your kids, you get your baby teeth, then you get your adult teeth. And so somewhere in our bodies there must be a way of reactivating that so that you can just continually grow new teeth if you lose them. And
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I mean I can't. I mean for my medication causes gum disease, so this is annoying when I go to a dentist because the dentist just thinks I don't brush my teeth.
Yeah,
I do it twice a day, right? And I just say, "Do you want to check my records?" And they go, "Oh, you take me suppression drugs?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Oh," so I said, "Yeah." How about you don't judge?
yeah. I hate that.
That's what I said one time because I just get it on my nerves.
Yeah.
Does COVID cause an extra? Yeah, obviously it does because I'm technically I'm classed as a vulnerable person. But then speaking to two members of this children of the charity, they've known patients that have had corona, and they've hardly got any symptoms because what the coronavirus does, it puts your immune system into overdrive, right? Now, if you're immune suppressed, you don't have that much of an immune system, do you?
Mm.
So that's why they don't get so many symptoms. But I'm not going to try and test that theory.
No, definitely not. You don't.
No.
No. Stay away from that one.
No. Are you able to? Well, yeah, I can. I just choose not to.
So what's the advice? Actually, good question. That because what's the advice around that exercise and diet?
The idea afterwards is then you do physio. You do physio in the hospital to get yourself walking again, right? Because obviously you've had your main muscle in your stomach's cut, so it's now weak. So yeah, but yeah, so you've got to.
I think we can't hear me eating.
Hang on, Stephen. I don't know what we're talking about. Liver disease and in particular liver transplant. I might actually just put a banner up actually. So I do apologise if I haven't made that clear.
Do you know who that is?
What?
That person.
Fuck off. Do you know what? I'm glad I didn't read your name, you prick. It's a fucking awareness show, you prick.
You know what I mean?
Absolute dickhead.
I nearly said it myself, and I just. Do you know what? I've trained that. I trained myself. Sorry, go.
I didn't see that. I just saw his first name.
There was only one the other week trying to do it.
Did you block him?
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, it's not on.
It's just, I mean, like out of all the shows, like you shouldn't do it at all. But out of all the shows you do it, you pick a liver awareness show. It's stupid, isn't it? It is. It really is. Ads.
What are you man talking about? Stupid. What are you on about?
Oh, just some guy trying to get me to read out their name and sound like and basically be a rude name.
Yeah, but you don't know that. Yeah, but no, Stephen. If he was trying to make you say his name, he would have had some secret behind. He would have probably done something like Eric Shun or something like that. That name is clearly able to be dodged, so he's not trying to bait you. There's a difference.
Where's it gone?
Anyway, he's not coming back. That's just an end of it. So
why are you banning him though?
Hang on.
Did you see his name?
Look, he's actually asking you a question. His name is just
No,
stupid.
no, not him.
No, not
Right,
Chig
one
pulling a good one. It was somebody else. Aaron something.
Someone up. Read the private chat.
Read private.
I was about to say it out and in my head because I've got used to doing.
Steven, that's a regular on my channel. Like he's not like he like he's not trying to troll. Like that's actually his name.
I don't care. I don't want to have it on the show.
He's been here before, bro. You know that, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't ban him, man.
Oh, it's a bit late now.
Steven, man, you can't keep banning people for no reason.
I did.
Well, it felt like a troll name, but
yeah, but guess it's a rude name, just like this one.
Yeah.
Like, you need to stop banning people, bro, because like he was trying to understand what you were saying. Like I've seen his comment.
Tell him to come back if don't know. It's up to you, Stephen.
He's asked me why has he been banned.
Right. Okay. To tell him my mistake.
Yeah.
How do I get it back?
When someone's banned, you can't unban them.
Shit.
Really? You can't unban somebody, no?
No, StreamYard does not allow that. If they ever
yeah, sorry.
StreamYard. What about YouTube?
I think
I don't think you can ban on YouTube, can you? That's why I was a bit confused there, because I thought we was.
You can remove them. Yeah, you can remove them. Yeah.
Alright, I've unhided them.
Unhid them.
I've unhid them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've unhid them. Right, I do apologise. Right, sometimes I can't judge it that well with my encephalopathy. So, my bad.
If anybody hears me eating and it's annoying, just tell me and I'll mute my microphone. I'm just gonna have a blue ribbon. I'm having a blue ribbon. Yeah, but it's tasty though. Annoying but tasty. I've just had a club, a Club Orange, McVitie's.
Yeah.
I wanted the fruit ones because the fruit clubs are like the boss. And I couldn't get them, they only had orange, so I've had a couple of them and now I'm going to have a blue ribbon. Why not?
Yeah,
Can you not just come back to the stream then?
I don't think I can get it on the stream, yard. Well, probably not from this stream anyway. I do apologise. I do apologise. It's just like I can misjudge things with my encephalopathy. This is the point. I can judge situations given my encephalopathy. Yeah, I just put I just put that down there. So, but anyway, yeah. Is there any more questions you want to ask? Anyone?
Where was that last question? What was that last question what Aaron was going to ask you? Because he put a question.
Well, he didn't know what I was talking about.
Right, that's right.
We're talking about liver disease, liver awareness, obviously, and like what you go through when you have a liver transplant. So yeah,
Steven, how long does it take for you to find a donor?
Good question.
It could take 5 minutes. It could take ages. One time I what am I trying to think? Yeah, one time I had my third transplant. I was admitted on the New Year, just after New Year's Day. And then it went till about February 8th. I wasn't on the list till about November, and it went till February 18th. I got my liver, and then for my fourth, I didn't get my liver transplant. I went into to say for the hospital. I wasn't listed until before I just went into the hospital where I got stuck inside for about 6 weeks. Yeah, I got stuck in there for about 6 weeks, and went to the King's College Hospital, and then within that week of going there, I got my liver. So it can vary. Sometimes it could be lucky, and it could be 3-4 weeks. Something it could be 2 months, 3 months. It really varies. It really, really does vary.
And how do you deal with the scarring and stuff like that? How do you does it cause you any pain, or does it cause any irritation?
Scarring does. It's because scarring is numb.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it really, really is numb. So yeah, I can easily misjudge. What am I saying? Yeah, it's the scarring is because it's numb, because it's where it's been cut. It won't hurt so much. It won't cause like discomfort at all. Might itch a little bit, but that's about it, really. Right. So I mean, I
And
can pinch it really, really hard or pierce it, and it won't. I won't feel a thing.
Do they go into the same site wound, or did they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go into the same site, which is like of course, the abdominal region.
And how big is it? The scar? How much?
It goes straight across my stomach. It goes straight. This one, one I've got goes straight across my stomach. My mum is like what they call a Mercedes scar. So it looks like a Mercedes badge. So it goes a little bit, and then just goes down left, down right. So there's different ways you can cut it. Mine also includes where they've done open heart surgery, because one of my fourth transplant, they had to replace the main vein between the heart and the liver. So they had to break open my chest and replace that.
Oh, that's about your sternum.
Yeah.
It's not nice, is it? That.
Do you feel like
No, I mean afterwards. I mean, did you feel like you've been hit by a bus afterwards?
Not that bad. I don't remember that being that bad. I mean, to be honest, that one, I was out within 3 weeks.
Right.
I was out like a shot. It was like a record of about 19 days. I was out in that hospital. It was pretty good. Like usually you're supposed to last a month.
Yeah.
So, but because it just worked so well, it just really did. That's the thing. Some come work, some come have little issues here and there. But there you go. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up for there anyway, because A, I'm tired. 2, I wanted to show Charlotte a little bit of support for her new channel. Because
which channel is that? I'll go and have a look.
Strong TV.
Strong TV.
Wait, what's that about?
It's Charlotte.
Yeah, no, I know. The Chelsea fan.
Yeah. She's doing her own TV.
Is she from Football United TV?
Yeah. I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, just try not to say that.
Oh, try not to what? Sorry. Oh, sorry. Right. Okay.
Steven, I have one last question.
Go on.
How does it affect, like, for example, children? How does it affect, like, them in school and stuff?
Good question, actually. My third transplant was, I spent 6 months. I spent half the year in year 6 out of school because of the leading up to transplant. I wasn't well enough to go to school because of the liver failing. And then it was half days afterwards, and then 4 days after that. And though though that struggled, and with some children it can struggle with their education if they do struggle with learning. For me, I still managed to get all fours of my SATs and that. So yeah, I mean, and I've always been in and out of hospital, like of high school as well. So I didn't take my GCSEs until about 3-4 years down the line when my sister was taking them at the same time. She's about 3-4 years behind me. So yeah, so if it really impacts where like I have, it can like impact on your learning. But a lot of the kids that you run into that have these, they just accept it and then just work hard as they can to get past that, which is what I've had to do. So this is why when people like they've said they've spent 3 weeks like in lockdown, for example, because of COVID, and their kids have spent about 3-4 weeks off. It really does like bugbear with me, like that the fact that they get their GCSEs cancelled, yet patients like us who have been there, and not just liver, heart disease, like children have had leukemia, all these children that have been ill and have still had to do learning at the same time. They've got they didn't get their GCSEs cancelled in year 11. They didn't get their SATs cancelled in year 6, right? They just had to like maybe get extra time and then in the exams and still had to do it and still had to do the work. So
Yeah,
this is
sometimes
why
people
it really does wind me up.
Yeah, people need to sometimes take a step back and think, you know what, there's somebody in a worse position than me, and they've still done well.
Yeah,
so
and I'm like,
do you know what I mean?
I'm sorry. It is why sometimes where I've heard that on the TV, and I'm just like, well, I'm sorry if they can't put their mind to it, that's their own problem. Right? Maybe that sounds me being harsh, but that's just how I've had to deal with it. I've had to just put my mind to it and get on with it, because I can't sit here and jump up in the moment of the government and say, oh, I've been ill, so I shouldn't have my exams. Some unfortunately where I've had to grow up in, it's never worked that way. So can liver disease cause suffer memory? No, not for me. My encephalopathy can though. But yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna wrap up there. Thanks to everyone who's tuned in and come on.
You're welcome. Can you put a link in? Can you put a link into the Strong?
Apologise for the misunderstanding.
It's a Strong TV. Can you put a link for the Strong? I can't find it.
You know, I can't find it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have. I think it's on. It's on the Mandem chat, isn't it? It's on the Mandem chat.
What's that then?
I swear it. Oh, she sent me a private one. Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, she sent it. Yeah, she sent it.
I can't find. I've typed it in Strong. Is it 2 words or 1 word? Strong TV.
I'm gonna share it in. I'm gonna share it to.
Also, if you can have a look in the private chat and answer that question before you go, just so I know for future.
Chris. Hang on.
I can't get this game on my tablet, which is a strange thing. Just the wheel of uncertainty going round and round and round, which is very not good. Google.
Dan, was it Daniel Wilkinson? Is it? Is yours Daniel Wilkinson?
My what?
Your Twitter.
Mine? Yeah. No. No. Mine's I Talk MU Rise.
Oh, I talk.
But I'm Bargav. Yeah, mate. You can from my point of view, you can, mate. Yeah.
No, I don't find that at all.
What? Find what?
I can't find it.
What the Talk MU? Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
capital. It's a capital I for some strange reason. I don't know why. And a capital T. Sorry, I don't. I'm new to Twitter, Stephen. So bear that in mind. Struggling to get this football here. It's really annoying. I thought I was just going to be able to jump straight into it, but
I got it.
What's going on in the chat? Like with all this?
What? Whoa, hang on. Whoa, hang on. Whoa.
Well,
Whoa, what the hell's going on here?
Why there's so many people?
Great show. Hello, hi. Living man, not did teach 14. What? Whoa! The channels exploded. Hi everyone. We're about to run it out as well. Thanks for everyone tuning in. Yeah, hit that like button if you're new. Hit that subscribe button. Right, we bring F1 football and we raise awareness for Children's Liver Disease Foundation. Right, because I myself have liver disease myself. So if you're new around here, please subscribe. I'm sorry if missed about an hour long show, but yeah, go check it out back. Go check the previous ones, the times before. You'll find great content there. Yeah. I don't know. Hi. 14. What does 14 mean? 14 FA Cups? I don't know. All right.
Man of Kent.
Everyone's obsessed with.
Hola. Bit of Spanish, yeah.
TT.
Are these bots or something?
I don't know.
I'd change that picture if I were you.
Some of these guys are like bots. I think. It looks like it.
It looks like it. I don't know.
I mean, it's all like political. I'm like, some of them seem kind of cool.
I'm on
If you've
YouTube
got
right
genuine
now. It
questions about like
shows
liver
that
disease or something, right? Please, like, ask away.
Steven, I'm on YouTube, like on the YouTube tab.
What
it shows 26 are watching. It shows 26 are watching.
Well, Stephen, if you could just answer that question in the private chat on StreamYard, just so I know for future reference.
What's the problem with?
Yeah. Because I know
that was the where the
incident.
Oh right. Oh, is that where it happened?
That was the no. Yeah.
Oh right. I didn't know that.
Right. Yeah. Now you know.
Eggs are good for the liver.
Eggs.
Yeah.
Eggs are good for. Well, yeah, but protein. That's a good one.
The 14 words for a sub.
James Smith. I don't know why. Don't ask me.
What even is that? That PA? I'm not going to say it just in case it's some kind of.
It looks like some channel that.
Is this Donald?
It's like it must be like a conservative channel or something.
It's a far right.
It's a far right like British channel or something.
Is it?
That's what it sounds like from what people are describing it.
Oh dear.
I Google searched this.
I did not got better things to do.
What is it?
So let me put it this way: this is a medical stream. Medicine doesn't involve politics.
Yeah.
But like as far as you guys like, I mean, we all could get hit with liver disease. So if you guys are interested in that, please do subscribe.
Yeah, well said.
If you're interested in liver disease, please stay and.
Or football, or F1. You know. That's what your channel is, isn't it, Stephen?
Yeah.
Not politics. We're not. This isn't the White House.
Yeah.
But have any of those people subscribed? Has your subscriber count jumped up a little bit?
Yeah,
I
a
don't know
little
if
bit.
it's not.
I just checked.
Oh
It's
God.
gone up a little bit.
And
Oh,
I
that's
don't really
good.
want to know if it's to do with politics.
Bargab, where are we going to be able to have a natter?
Mark, like this is
I mean,
low energy because we were finishing up actually.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
like today, don't forget today's still the Tottenham Chelsea game, so we should wrap up and talk about that. We should make a stream on that real soon too.
This is not a free speech stream. Right. Hang on. Good stream. Have you ever looked into?
Oh, come on. Sling you up.
Get
Fuck off.
Fuck off. Where are you?
You're not welcome. But listen, just do one. Anything like that is
scum.
You're just not going to happen.
Scum.
So
fuck off.
Just don't. If you come back on here,
where is that?
Fucking wankers. Sorry for swearing, mate, but fucking wankers. How have they even found you? What did they do? Just go around searching or something? You know what I mean?
Yeah, they've all done one now.
Apparently, there's some info on that particular right-wing organization's website.
Yeah, you lot better do one before I fucking find your asses. You don't condone it any time.
What's all that? I don't get it. I mean, what do they think that we're all going to just sort of go, oh, yeah, that's a great idea, let's go over there? Oh, honestly, these people, it's like when people say, they wouldn't do it to your face. They don't come up to you in a bar or a pub, would they? And say, oh, yeah, do you want to come and have a look, this or that? They won't do it because you'd just end up with
Do you know what? Chris has had to hide some of this. Look, Chris has just held one about.
Really? All right, yeah. Let's have a look.
I mean, one of the things.
Look, there's some good info on liver on that website.
I'm checking their website. I can't find anything about it.
So I'd say, this is this particular stream is about medicine. Like I said, it's apolitical. If you want to talk politics, I'm sure Stephen will put it in the chat. Stephen, we should do a stream or something. I don't know.
No,
we'll consider doing a stream.
No, I don't want to. No, I don't want to do it.
You can find other YouTube channels. We're just here for some fun about F1 sports.
No.
We're here for sports and.
I bet you. Do you know why? Do you know why I bet you? It's because we did that stream last night. I bet you.
Possibly, but do you know what, Stephen? If that's the case, then we do it all the more. If that's the case, you do it all the more and do it more often because at the end of the day, they're the ones who are wasting their time and their energy creating all this crap and then coming to us thinking, all right, they've got they've got a bit of a reaction, but we shouldn't really, unless if it starts to get really really bad, then obviously it's time to just shut the stream down, isn't it? Because obviously nobody wants to read any kind of nonsense like that. Absolute fucking nonsense.
Anyway, Stephen, wrap it up for now, and then we'll.
Wrap it up for now.
I think those lot have left. It's down to 7 people.
Yeah, well, it's crazy, don't it? Where did all that come from? It just just went crazy all of a sudden, didn't it? It's like
I just read one that I'm not even gonna read it out. Right, I'm not even gonna show it. I'm just gonna block him. Fuck him.
Can we have a chat about it privately? Because it's really strange.
Yeah. We're gonna finish up here because no. Do you know what? Right, you lot that spread this shit are the fucking problem. You are the fucking problem.
I mean, it's so crazy.
I hope the fucking authorities find your fucking ass because we won't stand it. Fuck off.
It's an absolute.
Right, get out of here. Bet you won't come on here and say it. Bet you. It's
just not welcome. So just take notice for future. If you you come in here and you think that if you're going to just keep typing away, there's mods. We're just clocking it straight away. Just going to get clocked. It's going to get stopped, and we're just going to ignore you because you're not going to be whatever you type is not going to be seen. So you're wasting your time. If you want to do it, go and do it amongst yourselves in a rock under the ground somewhere.
Arsenal have an agenda. They don't. It was a red either way. How was that?
Bennett.
Oh, there you go. Ignore. Yeah. Chris with wrap up. Yeah, I know you tried your best, but if they come flooding in like that, you can't. What can you do? Right. In the end, right. Thanks for everyone who's tuned in. The rest of you that wanted to spread this shit, go fuck yourselves. Go die somewhere. Don't care.
Yeah, go jump off. Go and play on the motorway.
Right. Yeah. Go get hit by a bus or something. Right. I don't care. Right. It's low lives, all of you. Yeah. So everyone else, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next week. Hopefully, we'll get Red Devil Studio because he's a doctor as well. So that'll be good. Yeah, that'll be some insight for that. So until then, everyone take care, stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.